Hey guys, this is James Wilson with MTB Strength Training Systems and BikeJames.com, and today I'm going to go over one of my 15-minute trail rider tune-up workouts. If you're not able to get to the gym and put in a longer workout, then a shorter workout like this can kind of help fill in that gap. Make sure that you're at least getting something done that day, moving in a positive direction. Remember, every day you're either getting better or you're getting worse, so head in one of those two directions. So short little workouts like this are a good way to make sure that you're heading in the right direction every day. So what you want to do is get a clock and set it up for a 5-minute countdown. It's like an egg timer, or there's a lot of good apps that you can get on smartphones now that'll let you set a countdown timer. So set the countdown timer for 5 minutes, and then what you want to do is alternate between the two exercises that I'm going to go over in that 5-minute period. You're going to have 3 sets of exercises basically. You're going to do 2 exercises, keep alternating back and forth for 5 minutes, and then move to the next exercise in the routine. So what we're going to do is start out with some mobility stuff. And so we're going to do a wall squat and a kind of a hip and shoulder pry, using a down dog, the cobra position. So let me show you what the wall squat looks like. So for the wall squat, you're going to get in front of a wall. You want to set your feet about shoulder width apart, relatively wide. You don't want it too narrow, but we don't want some ridiculous sumo stance either. So about shoulder width apart, toes going to be pointed slightly out. You want to be about 6 to 8 inches away from the wall. Hands out to the side, and then what you're going to do is squat down, pull yourself down as deep as you can without running into the wall. Now what you're going to find when you do this is you have to push your hips back and keep driving your hips back in order to pull yourself down. As soon as you start bending forward, you're going to smack your face into the wall. So this is going to force you to move through the hips and keep your back nice and straight and not let you compensate through rounding at the hips. So that's the wall squat. You want to do 5 of those. When you know with that, you're going to do this hip and shoulder pry move. So you're going to start down, and this is a down dog position from yoga. You want your feet shoulder width apart, hands about shoulder width apart, shoulders pushed down away from your ears. And what you're going to do is you're going to squeeze your butt cheeks tight and drive your hips down to the floor, looking up to the ceiling. You want to be pushing your shoulders down away from your ears, squeezing your glutes, pushing your hips to the floor, looking up, and then come back to your down dog position here. Make sure your shoulders are down away from your ears. You're not hunched up with your shoulders right there, pushing down away from your ears, and then push your chest. Drive your chest down towards the ground. Give it like 5 good pushes, and then come back to your cobra position, squeezing those glutes. You can even kind of rotate the hips side to side. Just try and prime open a little bit, and then back up to your down dog, or your down dog position here, prying the chest down to the ground. So we're prying the hips down towards the ground, and then we're coming back up, and we're prying the chest forward and the shoulders down and back. So do like 3 to 5 reps of that, and then come back over, and again, do some of your wall squats. And you'll probably find, after doing that your wall squats are easier to do. So keep alternating back and forth between the wall squats, 5 reps of that, and then 5 reps of the hip and shoulder pry. You're going to do that for 5 minutes. 5 reps each, rotating back and forth. When the buzzer sounds, you're going to move to a couple core training exercises. So we're going to superset an inchworm with a windmill. So the inchworm is getting down, basically bending down, touching the ground, walking your hands out along the ground as far as you can, and then keeping your legs locked out. Do an ankle walk. Walk yourself back up, and then back out. And keep repeating out along the floor. If you don't have enough space to walk out, you can also do this by walking back in. And this actually gives a little bit more of an upper body demand. So you can walk the hands in and out if you don't have enough room to walk the feet back in and kind of inchworm across the ground. So that's your inchworm. You're going to do 5 reps of that, and you're going to superset that with some naked windmills. Naked basically means we're not going to use any weight. So keep your clothes on, fellas. We're going to keep your feet shoulder width apart. What we're going to do is raise one arm over our head. Make sure that you got that shoulder pushed down away from the ear. You've got your elbow locked out, your biceps lined up with your ear. Then what you're going to do is you're going to turn your feet away from that hand. And what we're going to do is we're going to start by shifting the weight over to this leg, and then we're going to run our hand down the inside of our leg, touch the ground right by the heel, and then drive yourself back up to the top. Now, you got to make sure you're driving this from the hips. So start with the hip shift, and then push the hips over as you come down to the ground, and then as you come up, think about driving your hips back under you. This is very important for cornering. So getting this movement down is really teaching your body, giving it the core strength and the hip mobility it needs to use the hips to corner and really swing the hips out when you're going into corners and stuff like that. So, so that's your naked windmill. You're going to do 5 reps on each side and then alternate back and forth. 5 reps of your inchworm, 5 reps of the naked windmill on each side. Keep alternating back and forth for your 5 minutes. And then finally, you're going to finish off with some push-ups and some Bulgarian split squats or rear foot elevated split squats, however, whatever you're calling them. So for our push-up, you want to get down, good strong plank position, hands underneath the shoulders, a little wider than shoulder width apart. Pick a spot about 4 to 5 feet in front of you with your eyes. You're going to lower yourself down to your chin and chest touch, and then drive yourself back up. Lower yourself down, drive yourself back up. Now, I recommend doing 5 reps of push-ups. If you're really strong with push-ups, there's a couple things that you can do to make it harder. You can do something simple like elevate your feet. So this will make it harder. The higher it's elevated, the harder that it is. Another thing that you can do is play with the tempo, meaning how slow do you come down? Do you pause at the bottom? So doing something like this, down, 2, 3, pause, 2, 3, up, 2, 3, down, 2, 3, pause, 2, 3, up, 2, 3. So you do it like that, I guarantee you 5 reps will start to feel a lot harder. So there are variations and ways to make 5 reps of your push-ups hard. So, you know, find something that's going to challenge you like that. If nothing else, just put your feet up on the couch and move super slow, and I guarantee you it'll be hard. And then finally, your last exercise is Bulgarian split squat. You're going to get yourself a bench, or you can use a chair or a sofa if you're at home. Get your back foot up on that bench. Hop out a little bit. You want to stay nice and tall. Don't lean over as you come down. You're going to drop your rear knee straight down to the ground, light touch, and then drive through your lead leg back up to nice and tall. You have to make sure that you're not leaning forward. Think about trying to get your knee on this leg down to the ground, not just squatting down, not just getting down, you know, close to the ground. So get that knee down while keeping your chest upright, and on the way back up, drive through your heel of the lead leg, get nice and tall. So you're going to do 5 reps. Again, if 5 bodyweight reps is easy for you, play with the tempo, like coming down, 2, 3, pause, 2, 3, up, 2, 3, something like that will definitely make it harder. You can also raise your hands over your head in order to increase the balance demand, so that'll make it hard as well. So a couple things you can do, but so that's it. That's your 3 circuits. Just rotate at each circuit for 5 minutes each. It'll take you about 15 minutes to get through that workout. You've got good mobility, you've got some good core training, and you've got a good single leg lower body and a good upper body strength exercise in there. So that routine right there, on days that you can't get to the gym and do a regular workout or get something longer in, will definitely make sure that you're heading in the right direction, doing something positive that's helping you as a mountain biker. And remember, as riders, it is more important how you move than how many you do. You have to create the quality first and then worry about the quantity. So, you know, keep that in mind while you're doing these movements, especially these bodyweight strength exercises. If you feel that they're easy for you, make sure that you're really working that mind-muscle connection and paying attention to how you move, because that's what's going to translate best over the trail. So anyways, once again, this has been James Wilson with MTB Strength Training Systems. You can check me out on the web at bikejames.com for more routines and tips like this. And I'll talk to you guys in my next training tip.